Senator Whitehouse.
Thanks very much. Appreciate this hearing, Chairman. Appreciate the panel being here. Dr. Lopez, I don't know if I had my own hearing in another committee that I chair, so I'm coming late to this one. I apologize if this is a repeat question. But I wonder if there is an age or a phase of life when young people begin to experience some uncertainty about their gender identity.
There is no specific age. People can experience that their gender is different as young as 2 when they start talking. But by adolescence, most people who identify as transgender do realize that their gender is different. And very often, puberty is a trigger to realize this is not my gender because they're experiencing physical changes that do not feel consistent with them and their gender.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people's experience is that puberty is a rather hard time of life for a lot of kids, entirely apart from gender identity. Is that supported by any evidence? And that being a teenager is a hard time of life, irrespective of gender identity, that adolescence is a difficult, awkward time of life. Is there any evidence to support those propositions, or is that just my anecdotal experience?
So I'm not a mental health provider, so I am not sure what specific data exists to show that adolescence is a difficult time. But as a pediatrician, I do, see that adolescents, children and adolescents need a lot of support from parents, from their community to find who they are in different ways. Social connection is very important, and parental connection is very important in adolescence. That's just a general concept.
Yeah, and I doubt that many of us in this room would like to go back and relive our teenage years. So if you accept the proposition that that period of adolescence and the onset of puberty and, being a teenager and all of that is a difficult, challenging, and awkward time of life, presumably it gets a lot worse when you add to all of the questions that kids experience in that phase of their lives, the additional question, concern, uncertainty, awareness that you've got a different gender identity.
Yeah, so actually one of the benefits of gender-affirming care is to not have to worry about their gender. So it allows children to go on with their lives, go to school, do the normal kids or social activities that they want to do without to worry about their gender. Because if they're going through a puberty that feels wrong with them, they will not be comfortable in their skin to engage with peers, to go to school, to do the normal things that kids want to do because they're thinking about their gender all the time and thinking that they're not comfortable in their skin.
So this is, at least initially, mostly happening with kids, right? Awareness of uncertainty about their gender or awareness that they are in the wrong gender.
Well, it happens to transgender adults as well.
But mostly it's kids.
And transgender adults.
Yeah. And it just seems to me that when we're dealing with a population that includes so many children, that coming at this from a perspective of kindness and love and support is the thing that just we ought to be doing as fellow human beings. And At least that's the message I take away from this hearing. There's just no point being mean to these kids. They've got enough going on already.
If I can say something,
Please.
These are the bravest kids, just like Harley here. You can see how brave she is. These are the bravest kids there are because they have to fight every day to be themselves.
Yeah.
And when they feel like they're losing the fight, that's when they get depressed and commit suicide. And it takes also a lot of courage for these patients to go against the world, really, to advocate for their kids, to support them. So these are really good, loving parents that just want their kids to be happy and do the normal things that kids do.
And other grown-ups trying to score points off of all of that just strikes me as being very unfortunate behavior.
It's
Thank you.
terribly unfair. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Senator Whitehouse. Senator Ossoff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you